All right. Okay, good evening once again, and welcome to today's virtual meeting. If you remember, this is the first virtual meeting we will have in this new Rotary year. And as we've said that at least in a month, we'll have one virtual meeting. So this we fulfill here. And definitely in all our physical meetings, it will still be hybrid, so that members that are not on ground or that are out of the country can participate in our meetings. Hope we can hear me very well. Can somebody say that you are hearing me? Hello?
Hello, my president. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Okay. So I'm being heard. All right. We will try as much as possible to keep to 1 hour or 1.5 hours, most at most. Though our speaker had said that he will join by 6:30 because he's actually presenting physically at another club by 6. So he will be joining us by 6:30 to make the presentation to us. So we do our normal protocols and activities before then. So the agenda for today, at 6:13, I call this meeting to order. All right, then we take the national anthem. Just take the first stanza of the national anthem, where we have Nigeria. All right, I think we can recite this. Nigeria. We are rebuilding our own dear native land. Don't drive and sun may deliver, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians home and proud to serve, Okay, they said we should recite the first stanza alone, just only when president is seated in an event that they can recite the three stanzas. So now we do 1 minute silent invocation. So let us pray in our own belief as we start the meeting. May God answer our prayers. All right, so quickly we go to SA appointment. I think for the first time, I'm the host of this meeting, so I'll be the SA for today. I hope that is permitted. So let us respect ourselves online. Thank you so much. So we take the four-way test now and the object of Rotary. So let me see who will take this for us. Okay, Rotarian Waimi, you take the four-way test for us. And I don't know Samsung SM. Can the person change his or her name? So Samsung SM, you take the object of Rotary for us.
The four-way test of the things we think, say, or do. First, is it true? Second, is it fair to all concerned? Third, would it build goodwill and better friendship? Fourth, will it be beneficial to all concerned?
Thank you for good reading. Yeah, so that's the four-way test that make us conscious of whatever we do. All right, Samsung SM. Who is that first? Okay. Can you hear us? All right. If the person is not talking, let me take Rotarian PhD Treasure Ogo. Please, can you take that for us?
Hey, my Rotarian President, distinguished Ethereum, our guest, if any, the object of Rotary. The object of Rotary is to encourage and foster the ideal of service as a basic of worthy enterprise, and in particular, to encourage and foster 1. Development of acquaintancy as an opportunity for service. 2. High ethical standard in business professions, recognition of the worthiness of all useful occupation, and the dignifying of each Rotarian's occupation as an opportunity to serve the society. 3. The application of the ideal of service in each Rotarian's personal business and community life. 4. The advancement of international understanding, goodwill, and peace through a world fellowship of business and professional persons united in the ideal of service. Thank you, my president, the object of Rotary.
All right, thank you very much for taking the object of Rotary. So I think I need to make some recognition here. We have, I think our assistant governor was in before. Maybe he left. Yeah. So the IPP is here, our PAG Ogon. Thank you very much. Then I think we have a guest here. Is Ziani Chiamaka, right? Priska. Okay. Silver Cross Hospital. I think that's our speaker.
That's our guest speaker.
Yeah. Okay. You join with 2 devices, I think. All right. So thank you very much for all that. Then now, let us sing. Unfortunately, I was unable to get a soft copy of the song, of any song, but what we do is that we have some songs I'll play and we will sing along. So let me tell you the songs that we have, and
Hello, sir.
we can choose which one we can.
I'm inside hold up. Oh, I'm trying to settle somewhere.
Okay, no problem. Just be listening to us, sir. Okay, we have Vivila Rotary. We have, okay, I think, let me share it so that we can see. Okay, we have Vivila Rotary. This is our, I think this is our Rotary or something. Then Sing Everyone. Then there's Rotary, Rotary the Way to Be, Rotary Life is Good, Rotary Anthem. Then we have a reggae there. The Grandfather Love, Lend Your Hand, Kingdom, It's a Small World After All. I am a Rotarian. Okay, I think I've not been able to get the title for the other ones. So who is speaking a song for us or sponsoring a song? Hello? Somebody should choose one to sing. All right, in that way, because we are not here together, I think we shouldn't say Rotary the way to go. Let's take the Vivila Rotary. So we sing along.
Let every good night raise his helmet and glove. Vivila Rotary, to carry a message of service and love. Vivila Rotary. When something is wrong, let us straighten it out. Vivila Rotary, for nothing is worse than a fear or a doubt. Vivila Rotary, Vivila Rotary, Vivila Rotary. Truth is alright, love is a might. Vivila Rotary, one more time. Rotary, Rotary and business with fame to our name. Vive le Rotary, sing. Vive le Rotary, Rotary. Truth is a right, love is a might. Vive le Rotary, one more time. Vive le Rotary, vive le Rotary. Truth is a right, love is a might. Vive le Rotary. The one with a smile is the fellow we need. Vive le Rotary. Who loses himself or herself in the jam. Vive le Rotary. Sing, vive le Rotary. Rotary. Truth is a right, love is a might. Vive le Rotary. Can I hear you sing? Vive le Rotary. Truth is a right, love is a might. Vive le Rotary. Special dedication from all members of Rotary Club Tinkan Island. Vive le Rotary. Can I hear you sing? Rotary. Truth is a right, love is a might. Vive le Rotary. Sing, sing, sing. Rotary. Truth is a right, love is a might. Vive le Rotary.
Okay, thank you for good singing. I hope we all sing. We all sang. Yeah. All right. Without wasting our time, and because our guest speaker has joined us now, so quickly we go into the lecture of today. And to introduce our speaker, let me see. Okay. PhD Treasure, I think you do that. I will help by displaying what we are to say. Wise. Okay. So PhD Ogo, please can you help us introduce our speaker? Hello, is she there?
I'm driving. No.
Oh,
Let me
okay.
just.
All right, just say what you know about him. We are displaying this for everybody to read. It's actually a long read. It's a 2-page thing. Just tell us what you know about him quickly.
Okay. Good evening, my president, distinguished Rotarian, and our guest speaker.
Yep.
Our guest speaker tonight is Dr. Patrick Ezigi. His past roles including clinical lead physician for HIV/AIDS and TB. 2015 to date, was it. He's the head of surgery 2019 to 2025. He's the acting chairman of Medical Advisory Committee, past head of. Sorry, I'm driving. No.
Okay.
Our
didn't
guest
actually say
speaker
you
is the
should.
past president of Rotary Club of Abuja Federal, sorry. Abuja Federal. He's also the immediate past assistant governor of Maitama. He's also the district chair for community and medical mission this Rotary year. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a motivational speaker and the writer of numerous articles and publications. He has a golden heart. He's a lovely person. I was in his wedding. He has a lovely family. He's a Rotarian with a godly heart. He does humanity with passion. He gives all his time. He never say no. He's one person you can always talk to, and he will always give you a listening ear. He has done so many free surgery to people. He loves to do outreach. I used to say it's only God that can reward him because he's dear to my heart. And I love his passion. And he smiles a lot. I don't think I've ever seen him with a frowning face. Anytime you see him, he has a spontaneous smiling face. Please,
Okay.
let's welcome this golden man, Dr. Patrick Ezi. Thank you, our guest speaker. Floor is yours.
All right, thank you for that. So our speaker, you have the floor now, sir. Dr. Patrick, I hope it's not having issues.
Rotarian President.
Okay.
Hello, Rotarians in the house.
All right, thank you so
Okay.
much. You're welcome, sir.
Okay, so it's a pleasure to be here today to speak on this topic, maternal and child health in a scarce economy. So today we'll be looking at scarce economy. This topic is really suited for the current situation we are facing in Nigeria. So let's see what we have. Next slide.
You have it, sir.
Okay. So there's a lot we need to know about maternal and child health. But the important things to know is that it comprises everything that's done for women and children before, during, and after childbirth, and even extends to the care of infants and young children. So it comprises of a lot of programs and interventions that ensure that mothers and children go through that process of childbirth, come out, and are okay till a certain age. Next slide. Next slide.
Yeah, it's this. Okay, maybe it's delaying there.
Okay.
Can you see it now?
All right. So, yeah, I can see it. So very importantly, we need to understand why is this very important? It's important because maternal and child health in a scarce economy like Nigeria shows us that there's a lot that we have to be doing that we are not doing. But first of all, let's start with the statistics. Where are we in this whole problem of maternal and child mortality? Where are we? So according to WHO, Nigeria has been put on a certain level of maternal deaths. So it is already registered that Nigeria as a country is doing 1,047 deaths per 100,000 live births. And this is the yardstick for knowing how a country is doing, or how a hospital is doing, or how an organization that takes care of women is doing. So it means for every 100,000 people that give birth, Nigeria loses 1,047 mothers. That's a very high number. So it makes Nigeria one of the worst places in the world to be pregnant. Also, if you want to do the comparison with the global figures, it shows us that Nigeria is doing at least 1/3 of the global burden of maternal deaths worldwide. So if you calculate all the women that die in the world, we are doing 1/3 of that number. Other countries that have similar, very death maternal mortality rates include South Sudan, that is doing 1,233. They are taking position number 1. Chad is doing 1,063, and Nigeria is doing 1,047. So Nigeria is the third country worldwide with the worst maternal statistics. Countries that have the best statistics, maternal mortality in the world, include Poland. Poland does 2. So for every 100,000 women that give birth, only 2 may lose their lives. In Iceland, you have 3 per 100,000. And then in Israel, you have 4 per 100,000. Italy is in around the same number. So you can see the comparison where countries like Nigeria are having 1,047, whereas other countries are doing like 2 per 100,000. So it is it shows you the wide gap and the wide margin. But some people will say, well, but Nigeria has more population than Iceland and Poland put together. So because of that, epidemiologically, we also look at other countries like China, for instance. China has a population of about 1.6 billion people, and they are doing 16 per 100,000 live births. India is doing around 80 per 100,000 live births, and the United States of America is doing 18% per live 100,000. So it shows you that it's not a thing of population. India has about 1.2 billion. The US has over 600 million people. So where are we getting it wrong? Next slide. So how does economy affect health? It affects health in so many ways. Economic conditions influence how healthcare is financed, delivered, and assessed. Recently, in the FCT, we had a situation whereby primary healthcare centers were on strike for over around 3 to 4 months. So you can imagine the maternal mortality rate. If you went and counted how many women died in this period of time, you will see that it's even higher than the 1,047 that we're recording. So anytime you have any interruption in services, it increases the maternal mortality rate. So during financial downturns, during COVID period, we had increased mortality rates. When a country is going into a financial crisis, there's also increased mortality rates. When healthcare budgets are cut, you have high mortality rates. Then also you now have access to services becoming restricted because of the economic power of the citizens. The lower it is, the harder it is for them to access that quality of care. Already, if you go to the primary healthcare centers and the general hospitals in the FCT, you'll find out that a lot of them are dilapidated. We were opportune to go around the FCT recently, the District Committee on Medical Missions. We went around with the primary healthcare board, and we're able to see that most primary healthcare centers by 5 o'clock, 4 o'clock, they've closed. So when you have women who come in emergencies in the night to deliver, what happens to them? They are stranded. Already, most of them don't have water. They don't have a portable source of water. They don't have electricity. So how are they able to take care of those people that come in those emergencies? So preventive programs often receive less attention because of the reduced influence of the economy. The economic power is low. So next slide. All right, so this is one of the primary healthcare centers in the FCT. Side by side, you can see the building, and this is supposed to be a residential. The dilapidated structure represents a dilapidated accommodation for the staff of the primary healthcare center. So these are the real situations of what is happening within our own locale. And this is FCT. We're not talking of states like Gombe and the rest of them. All right. So the next slide shows you more of how the current situation of our FCT, of our primary healthcare centers are like. Okay, next slide. So what are the common barriers we have in this kind of setting? There's limited funding. So the government doesn't release enough money to fund healthcare, and in turn, those services are not available for these women who have these challenges. When the women and children are sick, those facilities are not able to provide those services. They have to be referred upwards, which increases the cost of care for them. As you've seen, weak infrastructure also, because government is not maintaining those facilities. When you go to a facility where the roof is open, you can have wild animals and all that living inside that place that can even complicate the problems that they came with. You have staff shortages that, of course, in such a place, so you won't be able to find all the necessary staff that you can get. Recently, when the primary healthcare centers were on strike, you had shortages of vaccines. People could not get vaccines anywhere in the FCT. You had to go to general hospitals for vaccinations and all that. So you can imagine the gaps that are occurring for children who need those vaccinations, for mothers who need to deliver their babies in emergency situations and all that. Then, of course, all this will now finally lead to a cycle that now worsens the healthcare provision of the country. Next slide. Yeah, so this is one of the primary healthcare center. Next slide that we visited that was dilapidated. So a lot of women die during pregnancy because of lack of care. And a lot of them are not able to even go to facilities for their regular checkups, both prenatal and postnatal checkups. And a lot can happen within the 9 months period. In fact, a lot of the problems that happen to pregnant women usually happen around the time of delivery. A woman can be okay from the beginning of her pregnancy till around 8 months. That 8 months, you start hearing stories, either sugar in my urine, the BP is going up and all that, things that the woman didn't necessarily have. In our country, because of scarce resources, a lot of births are done at home by unskilled attendants, leading to a lot of deaths and mortalities at home. Then there's a lot of delay because of this issue of accessing care. So there's a lot of gaps in our system. Especially when you have an economy that has scarce resources, the gaps continue to increase and increase, and the effect on the mothers is tremendous. Next slide. So of course, on the children, you have also similar effects. A lot of infants die unnecessarily because they are sick and they are not able to access care, or they access care in a facility that doesn't have the prerequisite staffing and medications for that illness, and that creates a problem. In scarce economies, you have immunization programs that will be interrupted. Rotary has done a lot to ensure that polio has been eradicated from the country. But for instance, the recent upset where we had primary healthcare in FCT on strike can create a vacuum where you now have polio resurfacing as a result of missed vaccination opportunities. When you have scarce economies, you have a lot of, if you go to a lot of parts of the country, because of conflict and because of all the fighting and violence, you have a lot of children being malnourished. And again, when they are malnourished, their development is impaired. Impaired development now leads to children who are stunted, And then, of course, scarce economies, one common thing with scarce economies is unhygienic environments. For instance, in our country, we always complain typhoid. There are some countries that typhoid is non-existent because hygiene alone solves that problem. So these are some of the banes of scarce economies like ours. Next slide. Next slide.
It's showing already. Okay, maybe it's delay.
Okay. All right. So, for instance, in Nigeria, from our statistics, we account for a huge number of maternal deaths worldwide. And then we have a lot of children that suffer from a lot of growth issues. We have a lot of women giving birth in rural areas without any skilled person. There's political instability, conflict, and all that. This is what happens usually in scarce economies. They're usually plagued with multiple issues that now compound maternal and child death. Next slide. Okay, so what are the solutions that Rotarians can adopt? If you're in a scarce economy, you may not have resources to build new primary healthcare centers. So we have a lot of existing primary healthcare centers that Rotary clubs can refurbish and supply with essential drugs and whatever they need to ensure that the community dwellers are able to access at least care that is of benefit to them. There's also, we could support the primary healthcare board to improve the quality of care of primary healthcare centers. You can have a community-based approach, empower local health workers to provide services. You can come up with mobile health units. A secondary facility can bring its mobile health unit to primary healthcare centers to supplement what they are doing there. Partnership with NGOs is very crucial. Healthcare promotional campaigns, very important. Emergency aid programs are also very, very important. So as Rotary clubs, these are some of the things that if we want to help maternal and child care, gone are the days where we just go and we give them delivery items and kits and all that. If you give a woman delivery items and kits, it's very good. Where if she doesn't have a place to deliver that baby and has the kits, what now happens? These are the issues that compound some of the solutions that we are profiling. So we could adopt strategies to also help PACs improve their quality of service since resources are scarce. Next slide. Okay, so this is an example of a mobile tent that can be deployed anywhere for surgeries or for medical interventions and all that. There are also other these things. You could deploy trucks in areas in difficult to reach areas and all that, and supply necessary effects. But in scarce economies, the best line of action is try and upgrade the healthcare centers. Okay, then leveraging on technology also is very important. You have to track mobile tools these days. Help women track their pregnancies, remind them of appointments, remind them when they are due. You can have teleconsult systems where doctors can speak to them on phone through Zoom and through other applications that enable doctors to give consultations in hard to reach areas. Digital recording if it's possible, and then innovative devices that can help. Like, for instance, one popular one is Sonicade that healthcare workers used to check the fetal heart of the baby. Very important. Next slide. So final thoughts, when you have limited resources, or you're in a scarce economy, it actually really impacts on maternal and child health care. And women in these regions continue to face greater health risks. So what we are atomizing is there's a need for conscious partnerships. Look for organizations that can do what you cannot do better and then collaborate. And then also try and also preach that you try and support the existing structures, help the existing ones to function better. If the resources are excessive, of course, teaching hospitals are better. You see that for this presentation, because we're talking of scarce economies, we're not even talking of general hospitals anymore, or even teaching hospitals, because resources are scarce. So the primary healthcare center that is at the doorstep of everybody now becomes the most important tool in providing care for women and children in communities. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, so this is a video that you can share later. You see how devastated the primary healthcare. This primary healthcare center is in Idu, Karimo, very close to the FCT. You can see how devastated it is and its current situation.
Okay, I think it didn't download well. Yeah. All right. Thank you very much. Let me sing our usual song. Say, if you want to be a good speaker, join the Rotary. If you want to be a good speaker, join the
Join the
Rotary.
Rotary. Oh,
Join
join Rotary. Join
the Rotary.
Rotary. Join the Rotary.
And be a
And be
good
a good
speaker.
speaker.
Thank you so much, Dr. Eze. Yeah, we really appreciate you on this. And it's actually on short notice that we call upon you for this and are able to make it up and come up with this. So we really appreciate you as Rotary Club of Abuja, Jabi. Yeah, and the lecture is actually insightful. And so I think we can take few questions if anyone has. But let me just start by asking, all right, let me share that one. Where you said the solution that we can, okay, yeah. We have seen that it's actually the failure of government that we are having all this issue with death and mortality rates that spikes. Now, mention refurbishing and upgrading existing primary health care, support efforts of primary health care on board to improve quality of care of PHC. Then community-based care, empower local health workers to provide essential services, mobile health units, partnering with NGOs, health promotion campaign. Yeah, I say that most of this actually requires consistent, constant intervention. Now, when government build primary health care and it's dilapidated and all sorts like that, and we go there to work on it, repair it, renovate it, and all sorts like that, over time, it will still go down. One thing that I want to mention here is that even we that actually have the opportunities to talk to government people, we should leverage on it too, so that we can make governments to do what they're supposed to do. Yeah. Then, from your experience, because I know that you have been involved in all these health interventions and all sorts like that, do we really have a plan that we say that we monitor all these things, that the interventions that we do? I know it may be difficult at times if it is government establishment, PHC, it may be difficult to intervene and say, this is how you should maintain this is how you should do this. But have we experienced any challenges in our interventions that we have been doing to these people? And how can we improve it so that it won't be every time we just be doing the same thing all the time? And it will look like we're just pushing resources to where nothing's actually so improved. Thank you, sir. You can answer that. Then anyone that has questions, you can raise up your
Okay,
hand.
yes. So the basic problem with we have a lot of fantastic laws. There's the Primary Health Care Act. We have the National Health Insurance Act. We have so many beautiful laws that are in existence. The problem is always political will, because where you have political will, some of those laws are easily implemented. But once there's no political will, for instance, why would you have a system where primary healthcare centers will be shut down for 3 to 4 months? That shows you a lack of political will. So what we advise is government should do the needful to try and ensure that those laws are implemented, and then that health is also prioritized with the understanding that whenever it fails, it is the lives of the citizens that are lost, which is very, very crucial. You know, if it's for the laws, we have a lot of beautiful laws. We have the National Health Act that has not been fully implemented. So many laws that are in existence, but the failure of implementation usually rests with political will. So what you now have is that as a result, you now have NGOs, you have partner organizations coming in to fill the role of government where their political will has failed. So for instance, if Rotary wants to intervene now in those primary healthcare centers, you can't just walk into any primary healthcare center and start doing projects. You have to walk through the primary healthcare board. So that means there's a system that recognizes and coordinates the programs of those primary healthcare centers already in existence. But the problem, as I said, is always political will. So that's why when we do some of these projects, it's not enough to do projects as Rotary clubs and leave. We also should also try and publicize the fact that this is government's duty. Rotary is just stepping in to assist. Very important. Because once you don't do that, you go home, the problem that they have will continue. But if you are doing it and you are dragging the attention of government to it, it becomes a little sustainable. Maybe one day government will hear, or the political will be established to continue those things that they are supposed to be doing ab initio. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you so much for that. I don't know if anyone has any question again. Just one more. Okay, if no one, no more, so let me just thank you again, Dr. Patrick Rize. We really appreciate you for this. If it had been that we invite you to have it, or if it is not Rotary Club that invites you, I know what they will pay for a lecture like this, but thank you for doing this one as a free service for the Rotary Club. And we pray that God will increase your strength and bless you more on this. So thank you very much for this. Yeah, okay. Going to our agenda. All right. I think our Assistant Governor is back now. Ambassador Roy, please can we have some words from you, sir?
Yeah, good evening, my president, my distinguished guest speaker, a friend and a brother, Dr. Patrick. Thank you so much for that inspiring presentation.
Can we see your face,
our
sir?
district leader here with us.
Is it possible to see your face?
I'm in the other room, sir. I'm in the other room. I'm in the other room.
Okay.
I'm in the other room, sir. You will see my face when you do a physical meeting.
All right.
Our distinguished treasurer, district leader, and fellow Rotarians, guests and friends. It's good to be here with you all in this is my first fellowship with the Rotary Club of Abuja, Jabi. And of course, it's good to be here with you all at this wonderful Monday. So it's good hearing from you, my president. I love your cap. I love your cap. Good evening. Enjoy your day.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. All right. Let me quickly take a few announcements before we close. The DG's investiture, it happened last week, Saturday, and we participated in it. I think 4 of us that you see in the picture we shared. we participated in the investiture. To our club, DG visit is on 21st, which is next week, Monday. So our meeting will be physical, and want to implore everyone to please let us make ourselves available that day, so that it just not only few people that will be welcoming the DG. Okay. Then our club project, definitely we have agreed that we have quarterly projects, and we see a way to collaborate with other clubs too that are having joint projects that we can join them to do. Then our club activity ideas roundtable, we said last week that because we want to find a way to improve how we do our meetings and how we make it lively for ourselves so that it will be interactive. So if you have any idea of what we can do to help ourselves or make our meetings interactive, so let us bring them on board. So by the end of the month, that's the first meeting in August, we'll be bringing up the list of whatever things that we have come up with so that we run with those for the year. Then our social media platforms, can see this linktree.ee then slash RC Jabi Abuja. So when you go there, you will see all our social media platforms. So let us follow them. Like this meeting now, we are streaming it online, so you'll see it there. Our past meetings, they are recorded and uploaded on the YouTube and even on the other platforms too, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, what again? Yeah. So let's go there and see all of them. And then don't let us forget to subscribe to our channel so that we have more visibility. And let us share with our friends also and other Rotary members so that so I can increase our visibility. All right, our meeting frequency, we have 3 physical meetings in a month. One will be virtual like this. That is the second week in a month. The first one is physical. The third one will be physical. Then the last one will just be social meeting, like celebrating the birthday of members for the month. Then in our meetings, we say we'll be having icebreakers and reward, maybe like quiz. I don't know, Rotary and Waymi, do you have anything for us today? So if we have, I think we can make maybe 2 people or 3 people to win a recharge card. Maybe 1,000 naira recharge card at every meeting. So please, if you have, let me know so that you can bring it up for us now. Then we agree on a club development fee, which is at every meeting, which is 1,000 naira. So please to cater for all our meeting expenses and so on like that. So, okay, I've talked about the social meeting, the last meeting of the month. So thank you very much. These are the announcements we have. I don't know if anybody still have anything to inform us about. So while we're looking at that, let's see, do we have guests among us visiting Rotarian? I could see Faith, Jabi Lakeside. Can we hear your voice, Madam Faith?
Good evening, my president and fellow Rotarians. I've been meaning to fellowship with you for the
breaking.
To the venue, you people did not hold meeting that day.
Oh, okay. Hello? You are muted.
Did you hear me at all?
It was breaking at a point, so you can just take and
Okay, no, I just said it. I'm glad to be here. I've been trying to fellowship with you people, but I keep missing the meeting. The time I came to the venue, you people were in there, you were having online. So I'm glad I was able to make it today.
Okay. Thank you very much for joining us. Yeah. Okay. Any other matter? Okay, we can take our essay now. The essay today. Okay. This is just even we have visitors among us. That's why I bring this one up to see the Rotary's area of focus. I'm sure that every one of us, we are aware of it as members. So for SAA, this is our account details. So please, you can put in the chat room whatever you are sending to the account as SAA today. Yeah, I am doing 5,000 naira from here now. So let's just use 2-3 minutes to do these transfers. Okay, yeah, I'm done with mine. Please, I hope we are done with ours too. Okay, send account details. Oh, okay, somebody's asking. Okay, right, I'll do that one now. Okay, I'm sending it to the chat room. I've been love to talk to.
Colonel Lawyer is doing 5,000 for SAE, but that
Okay,
can be paid next Monday.
All right. Okay. So anyone that sent, please let us know the amount so that we can know how much we take from today's meeting. Okay. So quickly, we do on okay. Yeah. All right. I hope we have something on our table that we can toast with. So who is doing toasting for us today? Unfortunately, you are not here. I have Granot here. Yeah, so if you have anything on your table, let us do toast now. While let me call Rotary Phil Oyedemi. That is our high PP. Can you do a global toast for us? Okay, no. All right, let's go to our AG then. Ambassador Roy, please can you just do a global toast for us?
Can you get my president, please?
Is that?
Come again. What did you say I should do,
I
sir?
thought you just do a global toast for us while we're closing the meeting.
Okay. Do we have guests in the house? A toast to. Do we have guests in the house? And visiting
No, we
Rotarians.
don't have
So a
visiting
ghost.
Rotarian.
Yes. So a toast to our guest and visiting Rotarian. I know the visiting Rotarian of the Rotary Club of Abuja Federal. Is there any visiting
Okay.
Rotarian again?
Yes, from Jabi Lakeside.
Okay, and a toast to the Rotary Club of Abuja Jabi Lakeside.
Yeah.
Then let's charge our glasses again to toast to the Rotary Club of Abuja Jabi. That's why we're gathered here. So to the Rotary Club of Abuja Jabi. Then let's toast again to our country, Nigeria. A toast to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
A toast to the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
And the last but not the least, let's do a general toast and charge our glasses to Rotary International and to Rotarians world over.
To Rotary International, Rotary the world over. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating in this meeting today. Yeah, it's the first of it. So at least having 9 participants is a good number to start with, including our guest speaker and the AG. So thank you once again, Dr. Patrick, for the presentation. Thank you, our Assistant Governor, for joining the meeting today to encourage us. Thank you, our PAG, Treasurer Ogo. Thank you, IPP, Rotarian Phil Oyedemi. Thank you, Rotarian Orisheweyimi. And thank you, Rotarian Faith from Jabi Lakeside. Yeah, thank you, Samsung SM. I think that is a Rotarian caller, right? Yeah, and thank me also for participating in this meeting. So we close this meeting by taking the national pledge. So after 3, 1, 2, 3, I pledge to Nigeria, my country, to be faithful, loyal, and honest, to serve Nigeria with all my strength, to uphold and honor and glory and honor. So help me God. Amen. All right, at exactly 7:14, I call this meeting to a close. Thank you very much, everyone.
Thank you, my president. Have a good night rest.
All right, sir, thanks.
Thank you, fellow Rotarians. Good.
Yeah.